A very happy morning to all the students. Students, today in this class we are going to start with a new chapter, that is force and energy. Force and energy plays a very vital role in our daily life. There are many activities in which the force and the energy is involved. To understand the terms force and energy, we need to understand some common phenomena in the scientific manner. So let us move forward and try to understand the concept. Now, just look at the picture and think of what is going on in this picture. In this, the students are playing football, which is a very common thing, right? Now, can you think that what causes the football to move when it is kicked? Think of it. It is actually the force applied by the player. Now, when the player kicked the football and it just hits the net, then which force causes the ball to fall after it strikes the net? Yes, gravity. Next, now the referee blows the whistle. Now, which type of energy is released when the referee blows his whistle? Sound energy. So, in this way, students, force and energy plays a very important role in day-to-day life. Let us have some more examples in order to understand it thoroughly. Now, what is the player doing when he kicks the football? He is just pushing the ball, right? Here, the person is pulling the cart. He also has to apply some force in order to pull the cart. Now, in our daily life, we perform many activities which deals with force, energy, and the usage of simple machines in order to apply the force. So, in this chapter, we will learn about all these three things, that is, force, energy, and simple machines. Now, in this picture, what can you see? This is a very common phenomena. We people used to do it oftenly at our home or in the school. The girl is trying to open up the door. So, what she is doing? She is applying force. The boys are playing the football. The ball is being pushed when the player kick it. And yes, a very interesting game, tug of war. Here the people are pulling the rope. Here the person is pulling the cart. Right? So in this way we apply force. So what can we say force is? Force is any push or pull which is applied on an object. Okay, students, I hope the concept of force is very much clear now that what is force. Whatever push or pull you apply on an object is called force. Now let us talk about effects of force. That what happens when you push or pull something. Now here you can see in this picture that some people are pushing a bus, and most probably they will make this bus move. So what does a force can do? A force can make a stop object moving. This boy is running a bicycle. If he runs the pedal fast, he will increase the speed of the bicycle. It means, and to make the bicycle run fast, he has to apply force. So, a force can increase the speed of a moving object. Now here, the goalkeeper is stopping the ball. So the ball was moving, right? So a force can stop the moving object also. And yes, these two boys are just playing with the ball. When this boy gives the ball to this one, then the direction of ball is this. But when he catch it and he throw it back, then the direction is this. It means that the force applied also changes the direction of the force of the object. Correct, students? So, in this way, we have a number of effects of the force. Now, let us talk about types of force. We oftenly deal with these 6 types of forces in our daily life. Magnetic force, mechanical force, frictional force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, and buoyant force. Now let us talk about these forces. First of all, we will talk about gravitational force or gravity. Gravity is the force applied by Earth on any object around it. Earth always tries to pull every object present on it towards its interior. And this force is known as gravitational force. Because of this force only, everything which is thrown upwards comes downwards. Now, the second one is magnetic force. Now, in this picture, I have shown a magnet. Every magnet has 2 poles associated with it, North Pole and South Pole. The lines which I have drawn here are magnetic lines of force which just originate from North Pole and enter at South Pole. Okay, students? So, what is magnetic force? The force which is applied by a magnet on any metallic object is known as magnetic force. The opposite poles of a magnet attract each other, and if you just make the 2 like poles come in contact with each other, they will repel. Okay, students? So such a force which is applied by a magnet on any other object which can be magnetized or attracted is known as magnetic force. Now next, let us talk about electrostatic force. Now electrostatic force is the force that exists between 2 opposite charges, between a positive charge and a negative charge. Opposite charges always attract each other, and like charges like positive positive and negative negative repel each other. So, a force which is applied by the charges is known as electrostatic force. If you rub a balloon with your hairs, then there is a transfer of charge, because of which the balloon will also get some charge. And when you make this charged balloon to come in contact with another uncharged balloon, it will attract it. So such type of force which came into play is known as electrostatic force. Then the next is mechanical force. Mechanical force is the force which is applied by the parts of machinery, or you can say by the movement of parts of machinery, like holding something, picking up something. All these forces are known as mechanical forces, in which the parts of the machine has to move, has to do effort. The force applied by you to open up a door is also a kind of mechanical force, because in that your body parts are applying force. They are doing work like a machine. So that is also a mechanical work, a mechanical force. So the force applied by our body also is a mechanical force in order to hold, pick something. Here I have given some example of mechanical forces like compression, bending of a wire, or breaking something. All these are the examples of mechanical forces. Now next is buoyant force. Whenever you put something into water, you must have experienced some kind of upward force. The force which is applied by water whenever you try to insert or put anything in water. That upward force applied by water on every object placed in it is known as buoyant force or buoyancy. It always acts opposite to the gravity. An object will float on the water if the buoyant force is greater than the gravitational force, or you can say the weight of the object. Otherwise, if weight of the object or gravitational force is more than the buoyant force, the object will sink. Okay, students? So, these were the types of forces. I hope that you have understood all the content of today's class. Next topic we will do in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.